Good morning, dear students. How are you? I hope you are well. I am also well by grace of God. Today's lesson is Unit 2, Lesson 1, Class 12, English First Paper, Greatest Scientific Achievements. Dear students, we live in an age of science. Ours is an age of science. We cannot do a single day without the use of wonders of modern science. Around us, there are many wonders of modern science which are small or big, or they are new or old. We cannot do anything without these wonders of modern science. Now, today for your class, I have presented here a subject, a topics, wonders of modern science, greatest scientific achievements. There are many wonders of modern science. Among many wonders of modern science, I have taken or chosen only two things, two topics. These are personal computer and satellite. If I read out these passages of greatest scientific achievements, part 3, personal computer and satellite, you can guess these sentences or passages reading these passages. Let's start, dear students. Today we take for granted that we have one machine that allows us to access internet, do word processing, use a calculator, watch TV, play games, and do a host of other things. Dear students, you have to read out, or I can explain this sentence in short. Today's we regard or consider that we have one machine. Machine, it's a common word in Bengal, as it is an English word that allows us, that means it gives 1985. When Microsoft Windows, it's a common activities of official activities. Microsoft Windows was introduced in 1985. 1985, people used Microsoft Windows. At that time, this Microsoft Windows was invented, and it's a good that it was since without the prevalence of personal computers. It was since from then without the prevalence of personal computer, prevalence of personal computer, the internet wouldn't have had nearly as big an impact as it has ever since. Dear students, internet wouldn't have had nearly as big an impact as it has ever since. Internet wouldn't have. People on earth may take for granted today's high-tech world of cell phones, GPS, and the satellites high up above the planet that make instant communication possible. Dear students, this is part of satellite. People on earth may take for granted. That means on the earth, people may consider today's high-tech world of cell phones. We always use cell phone. Nobody cannot think the using of cell phone, because every person uses cell phone, GPS, and the satellites high above the planet. Satellites high above the planet. That means these satellites are used on the planet that make instant communication possible. It's a very simple. Within a few seconds, we can communicate with all over the world, the people within a second world. It's a common matter. But it all began 50 years ago with one giant space balloon. But it all began 50 years ago with one giant space balloon. We can started this with a space balloon. We can communicate with others with space balloon. The students, from this reading these passages, I think you will gather knowledge about practical knowledge about scientific achievements. Science. Without science, we cannot do anything. It's very, very important for our everyday life. It's very necessary for our practical life. And we use always mobile phone, TV, satellite, AMB, play games, calculator, all things, all kinds of activities, all kinds of matters or machines of scientific achievements we use. Dear students, as the contribution of science is important in our daily life, so we have to know, or we have to narrate or describe about all these personal or impersonal scientific achievements or scientific wonders. Dear students, I think you will read out all these greatest scientific achievements parts, and you will gather knowledge about science, and I think you will go out or go to the up above the levels of your high level or shining. I think you will do better. And from this passage, I hope or I believe that you will read out this passage at your home and practice, because from this reading passage you will gain, or you may prepare yourself for your coming examination. Dear students, this is your today's assignment. I hope you will read out this passage well. Okay, goodbye, be safe.